Hello everybody and welcome to another edition of the Flight Sim Deck. My name is Patrick and we're out here in Atlanta, Georgia. And today we're going to be checking out the new TFDI Design Boeing 717, which is an awesome aircraft. You may notice a little change in my voice. I am sick, have a cold, but hopefully that gives the video a little more character as the winter season is in full effect on us. Now, we're just taking a look at the plane up close and personal. I got lucky with this shot with probably a Boeing right there landing. I thought that was a pretty cool shot that I was able to get. And yeah, we're going to be getting inside this thing and getting going. So we're going from Kilo Alpha Tango Lima to Kilo India Alpha Delta. We're going to Dulles International Airport. Said that wrong last time. In the last video I did of that, it said Duels, but someone set me straight. And this is going to be United Airlines flight number 2277, and we'll be going up to flight level 330. And from here, we'll go set up our weight. One thing with being sick, this gave me a lot of time to study up on this airplane to get a little bit proficient at it. Still not quite there, but I know enough to get a flight going. Now, one cool feature is it has this tablet over here, and that's where I'm going to get the final number for our gross fuel weight, which is 87.7 pounds. And I'll show you some of the pretty nice features about that tablet in a little bit. Okay, everything is good on this page. We're going to set up our departure. Now we're going to leave 27 right, and then we'll be doing the jack departure, the jack 1, and the Kellen will be our transition altitude. And we have all that plugged in. And as you see, it adds all the speeds and altitudes for you. But I do have a problem when I add the star at the airport. It then changes all the speeds and altitudes to random, bunch of randomness. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I'm doing the same thing that I see other people do, but it doesn't work out. So right now we're going to start the left engine. That's the normally you'd start the right engine or the number 2 engine in airplanes, but in this plane you start the left engine first. And right now we're getting a air pressure warning, and that's just because I forgot to turn on or accidentally turned off the APU air. So we'll get that back on, and then the engine should start up fine. Now, I do get a incredible amount of lag with this plane, unfortunately, and I think that will probably be fixed with an update. But for now, yeah, it's not very pleasant to look at. And Atlanta is already an airport that's a little demanding anyway. So this plane plus Atlanta, it's a pretty laggy performance here. Once we get in the air, it does smooth out, gets a little better, and then continues again once we get to the arrival airport. But just something I'm going to have to deal with this plane until it gets fixed. Hopefully they do fix it. Now there is an option in the add-on manager to check this box that makes the GPU render the screens, and it takes some stress off the CPU. But when I do that, I do see a decent performance increase, but then my screens stop working. The tablet arrows go away, and then I cannot add a plan to the map. It just doesn't show up. So there's something wrong there, and I can't use that. Right now we're going to start the right engine. Left engine started and stabilized. Okay, and we're on our way. As you can see, I got the airport diagram loaded up there. Now what you do is, to get stuff on the tablet, you can, there's a documents folder within the P3D folder. You find your TFDI folder for the plane. Excuse me. And then you can load in PNGs. So I basically took some different PNGs of the diagrams that I'm going to need in the approach plates, departures, and stuff. And you just dump them in the folder, and then you can load them up on the tablet, and that is very useful. It kind of eliminates the need for I normally use a laptop next to me. But this kind of eliminates the need to do that, and this would be a very nice add-on to have in the PMDG 737 and the Airbus. If someone could come out with software that would add an iPad or a tablet, that would be very nice. And this is a new innovative thing that they've done, so very pleased with that. And we got a couple of Delta planes taxiing here. This airport is always full of Delta. It's their main hub. And then we're just going to go up to 27 right, depart out to the left, and that's what we're going to be doing today. Yeah, when I caught this cold, actually, day one of my Christmas vacation, I started getting a sore throat, and then now it's full-blown cold, or flu, whatever it is, I don't know. But, like I said, it gave me plenty of time to study up on this aircraft, which does take a little bit of time to get used to it and get going with this plane. Definitely can't just fly it and go and expect it to work. So you gotta look up what to do. Isn't a whole lot of videos yet on how to fly it. So just reading the documentation and watching some different videos, piecing together everything and taking notes, I was able to finally get a flight done with this. But yeah, you're just gonna have to bear with my voice right now. Like I said, hopefully it adds some character to the video. Wanted to get a lot more done. Definitely don't want to be doing how-to videos with this kind of voice. I think it's okay for videos like this, but a how-to as a tutorial, you know, that'll stick around for a while. I don't really want like a sick voice on the tutorial, so not doing those. If you have a look off to the left right here, we have two planes landing. One of them is going to be either colliding or going around. This is kind of interesting here. Looks like unless it's an optical illusion and he's on the farther runway, but I don't think he is because he's taking off above him, so that was interesting. Almost a runway incursion there. But it's all AI. The AI is stupid in this anyway, so not surprising. But yeah, this plane is, I really like it. Other than the lag, I really like it. It's got like an Airbus feel to it. It's kind of like if a Boeing and an Airbus had a baby. This is what you would get. Actually, not really. I don't know. It doesn't really have that many Boeing features, classic Boeing features. Maybe some of the knobs. I don't know. But this was, plane was designed by McDonnell Douglas. And I think it was Boeing bought them out and ended up with this plane or something like that. I can't remember. And we'll watch this guy taxi onto the runway. And then it'll be our turn. Even if you look to the right here, you can see the fingerprints on the screens. Real nice effects like that that show up when the sun is shining on the screen. It's pretty cool. Now soon I will be doing a review for this on FSElite. It'll be a full review. So be on the lookout for that. Yeah, having this plane opens up a whole bunch of new routes I can do. Always see 717s going in and out of a lot of airports, but I never had it, so I can't do the routes. This is a real route we're doing. This is an actual flight. Like I said, it's 2277. And I believe they fly this daily. Alright, gonna hold short here and get a few things still set up. I'm still pretty slow with the system, so we're going to skip over that. Got our speeds all set up and made a few corrections on the CDU. So now we're going to line up and then depart.
There's 572 Papa Lena, identify, maintain 5. There's 2 Papa Lena, contact Collins County, feedback after. With you situate when I next, I may think steps out.
Like I said, we're going to be doing the Jack 2 departure. Might have been the Jack 1 on the CDU. Can't remember. Maybe it was 2, I don't know. But we have the chart for 2 either way. And yeah, we're going to get going here. Going to start advancing the throttles. Once you hit 60% N1, it's supposed to take over for you and fly it. Manage the speeds for you. It's going to be a very laggy departure here, going down the runway.
Yes, sir. We're going to have to go back into McCollum now with the ILS runway 27.
Alright, V1, rotate. V2. Said that a little late, but still said it. Positive climb, gear up.
Okay, radar vector 090 for McCollum, thank you.
By myself, do you need any assistance on the ground? Do you need to remove your flight plan?
No, we'll be okay. We just need to go back on the ground and check, do a check.
Do you want us to remove your flight plan?
No, please keep it open for us.
Okay, and we're just going to follow the flight director for a little bit. Putting the first notch of flaps up, leaving out the slats. Now, I don't know why the flight director wants to take me out to the right here. It doesn't seem right, so probably what I'm going to do is delete the intercept waypoint in a moment. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Had this happen to me on a test flight too, and then when I turned on the autopilot, it just wanted to turn back towards the intercept, so I'm going to get rid of that, and we'll just track football. Do a football waypoint. I don't know why it does that.
Roger, we do have Sierra.
Okay, gonna get these off. It's part of the hydraulics. And we're just gonna fly this turn and then be smooth sailing from here.
Stabilizer motion.
Lost a lot of speed on this turn. I think it's just pitched too high for the turn, but we're okay. And right now we're approaching our cruise altitude of 330. The systems in this airplane are pretty loud when they speak to you. The wind shear alarm is crazy. They definitely used a voice that has a sense of urgency, letting you know that a wind shear is approaching. Right now I captured part of the route on Sky Vector, so I'm going to load that up on the tablet right now. Look at that. Love this tablet feature. Easily one of my favorite features about the plane. Alright, so it's getting a little bumpy again. We're going to put the seatbelt sign on. Just cruising along here, approaching Evine waypoint. It's up there. And here's some exterior shots for you guys to enjoy of this new 717. Beautiful job by TFDI. Alright, I'm going to start preparing for our descent. I don't trust the navigation to do it correctly, so I'm just going to do it myself. Still haven't quite mastered that system. So we're just going to do it this way. I'm looking at the charts, and I'm going to fly the altitudes on the charts. And first we want to get down to flight level 220. We're going to start out kind of slow, and then we'll increase our pitch down, our vertical speed. Starting to go through a little bit of chop. Sun is starting to go down. We'll have a nice little sunset arrival. Just getting into flight level 270. Right now I'm going to get the ATIS tuned in, so once we get in range we can start picking up on the weather. Alright, moving through 16,000 feet. Just passing 10,000 feet now. Making one of our last turns. And I'm going to start going through some of these clouds. If you have any questions about this airplane, if you have it, feel free to leave me a comment. I'll try to help you out if you have any, like I said, any questions. I ran into a few problems in learning this thing, and I might have an answer for some of the things you're running into. At first I couldn't figure out how to turn off the autopilot warning sound that you turned it off. You gotta hit the yellow button on the yoke, and then it'll shut up. I still don't know how to turn off. I know how to turn off the auto throttle, but I don't know how to turn off the warning on the screen. it outlines in red, telling you that it's not active anymore. And I don't know if it's supposed to stay like that, as you see right here. See the little red that illuminates around the thrust. It stays blinking, and I don't know how to turn that off, or if that's supposed to come off. I'm sure it is, but I don't know. But alright, we're getting close to 3,000 feet, and we're making our approach into the airport. This is the Kevlar 3 arrival that we flew, and now we're heading into runway 1 left.
United 374 Delta Tower, runway 30, line up and wait, traffic lands, runway 1 center. Line up and wait, 30, United 374. Air shuttle 6031, flighting 250, 250, contact, summit departure. 250 heading.
The reverse thrust in this plane is also interesting because it, normally what I do with reverse thrust in the planes that I fly is I have a button assigned on my throttle quadrant that brings the reverse thrust out, and then if I want to retract it, I just move the throttle arm back up. But in this plane, that doesn't work. I can use the button to increase the reverse thrust, but then I have to hit F1 to bring it back out, and then you'll be left with a little mark above the engine that says REV, and that is because I think it's my understanding that it's telling you that because you've reached emergency reverse thrust levels, and to turn that off, there's a button on the overhead on the far right that I'll show you later on that to remove that.
Blue Streak 5373, take the forward or the reverse, then ground 121.
And right now we're hand flying. We're just going to hand fly the whole approach. Starting to get quite laggy again as we're getting close to the ground. Always kind of harder to fly a plane when it does that because you have a more of a delayed response in a way. But I think we'll be fine. Just trying to get lined up with the runway right now, and we're getting slowed down.
270 on heading over to Park United 374 American.
Ho, ho, ho.
Looks like we're on the glide slope, which is good. And yeah, I don't know why the lights turned off like this. I think at a certain point when the sun's going down and it turns on the lights on the ground, the lighting changes, and it changed in the cockpit rapidly. Wish it didn't happen like that, but I'm just gonna leave it like this. Looks okay. Not really sure where all the lights are. Like the lights for the overhead, I'm not sure where those are yet. I thought I found the switch that should do it, but nothing happened when I turned them on. This is going to be only my second landing with this plane. It handles pretty well, it lands pretty easy. The nose gear likes to stay up a lot when you land. Don't know if that's specific to planes with rear-mounted engines like that. It might be, but I've never quite felt that before. Normally you have to like really try to keep the nose up. This plane, it's like it wants to stay up, so you have to kind of ease it down.
November 223 Charlie Fox, Dallas Tower, the wind is calm, runway 1 center, clear to land.
1 center, clear to land. 223 Charlie.
So far so good. We're on the slope. Our speed is looking good. And actually I spoke too soon. We just lost the glide slope. We got a little too low. So I'm going to try to correct that.
1,000.
340, clear to takeoff.
Right, 4933, clear to takeoff, runway 270, right, 340.
United 1154, contact Tony departure to 1. Less
54 switching, good morning.
Alright, gonna go sterile cockpit from here, and I'll be with you on the ground.
$500.
Streeter 4933, sliding 340, contact Potomac.
400.
340 on the board, Streeter 4933, take care.
Approaching minimums. Approaching minimums. Minimums. Minimums.
Continuing.
$100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5.
Redwood $89 power, the wind is calm, runway 30.
That lag, though, it's pretty bad.
Take care, line up and wait, Redwood 8.
Kind of unbearable to watch. You know, I've got a pretty high-end system, too, so, I mean, it gets to a point where it's like, what more can you do, you know, to get these things to run smooth, but I think with some updates and also the evolution of hardware, it'll one day be smooth. But, okay, made it down. Fairly nice touchdown. Now, see the rev that's in orange there? Now, I was hitting all these buttons because I was trying to figure out which one it was. It's the far right one that'll turn it off and clear that, in case you need to do that. And we'll just turn here. I don't know why I landed one left. I should have programmed one right because it would have been closer to the airport, the terminals. But alright, we're gonna come out of this turn and we'll check out the replay. The replay runs slightly smoother than the cockpit view. I don't know, on the replay it looks like maybe something's weird with the wheels. Like a brake is on or something. I don't know, it's kind of strange. The way what it's doing to the ground. I don't know what that is. Here's another angle. From the other side. Come around the front. Alright, now from here, I wanted to taxi to the gate, but it ended up, got a out-of-memory error and it crashed coming up soon, so I didn't get to do that. But alright guys, hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to have a lot more out of this 717. Really love this airplane. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next video. You guys take care.